just been over to March. It's a market town, small market town in the Fenland area of the UK, and we've been over there to pick up a king rat snake. I'll tell you more about that in a second. What's over this way? Well, flat lands, really flat open lands, the land of sugar beet and windmills really, the Fenlands. Oh, and welcome to the vlog. So you may remember just a few weeks ago a lovely chap called Aaron. He picked up the last of my yellowtail Crebo hatchlings of 2021, and part of that deal he left behind, he part exchanged if you like, 2021 young king rat snake, a male. Wasn't on my list of snakes to keep, although they're pretty awesome, huge colubrids. But anyway, fell in love with it, decided to keep it rather than sort of find it another home, which meant finding it a mate, singleton, sort of, you know, nice to see them breed and watch their behaviour in the future. So today we've been all the way over to March, to Peter Rice Reptiles, to see his daughter, Chloe, and pick up her personal, sort of one of her personal pet snakes, if you like, a lovely 2020 female king rat snake. These snakes change colour and pattern massively as they grow. I'll try and put a little picture of the male. Oh, goodness me. Do you know what? This vlog, I'm just too tired. I'll try and tag in here a little picture of the male, and you'll see compared to the female here, who's already gone through most of her colour change, just how much this species changes and morphs as it matures. Now these guys are, well, the female, let's give her another year or two before she's ready to breed, and the male certainly another couple of years. So these are future breeding programs, but fantastic snakes. So it's going to go into quarantine, and part of that quarantine will be to introduce some Taurus mites. So if you keep reptiles, you will know snake mites are the scourge of your passion. If you get mites in your reptile room, they are a nightmare to get rid of. Turns out nature's already made a cure. Taurus mites, killer mites, tiny little mites that predate and kill and eat snake mites. So as part of any quarantine here, we introduce some Taurus mites. Can't see any mites on this snake, but it just takes one or two to infest your whole reptile room. So it's going to be kept out of the reptile room after this video for a couple of weeks, maybe a month even, and we'll just check out everything's good, and we'll introduce those mites just to make sure we're not bringing any mites into our collection. Ugh, horrid things. Anyway, take a look at this great girl. Don't want to upset this animal too much, because they are known as the stinking goddess. Some of the strongest smelling musk glands of any snake species. So if she gets too nervous, she's liable. She's liable to not only hiss and nip, but worst of all, certainly give off a foul stench, which I don't really want all over me. She's a good girl though. And of course, captive bred animals, very different from wild taken animals of the past, which of course had a lot of reason to not like humans. Anyway, let's see if I can get around here. Here she comes. What an absolute beauty. Pretty beautiful snake. What a wonderful species. Most snakes with a king in their name implies they eat other snakes, and a king rat snake is no exception at all. Eat anything they can catch, including other snakes. My chin looks double in this. My nose looks huge. It is. I look so much better now. Fantastic species. Here's a snake species I was really pleased to breed this year. The bull snake, so named because it can hiss as loud as a bull. Or bull, getting ready, snorting and charging. This is the female, she's absolutely gorgeous. The male's already brumating, hibernating if you like, and she's going to be feeding for another couple of weeks. Then she's going to have 3 or 4 weeks fasting, because you don't want to hibernate a snake or brumate a reptile that has food in its system, because then that's going to rot. It's not going to metabolize it and digest that food. So she's going to get a couple of months. She only had she only had 1 month last year hibernating, and it was enough to certainly condition them, and the male for breeding. The male, oh goodness me, another long day. The male having had 3 to 4 months brumation. Absolutely beautiful. Just moving her into a larger enclosure actually, which will then lay dormant until those guys wake up in the spring. Enjoy the rest of the vlog. Blue beauty snake. It's blue and it's beautiful. And these little beauties are Baron's racers. Look at their noses. Oh, sorry, let me speak about you. And they are very, very inquisitive species. And shy, it turns out. This little baby snake is a true icon. A really iconic snake species. This is the mangrove snake. Not only iconic for its beauty, it's just unlike anything else, the way it sort of often is pictured like this in an arboreal setting, both in captivity and the wild. But it's also known for its crazy behaviour, very defensive, its defence is offence, so huge gape, bitey and aggressive to deter you or predators. And on top of that, this is a venomous species. Now it's got a relatively mild venom, and because it's rear-fanged, it's got a very weak, or rather very poor venom delivery when it comes to defence. So great at chewing into its prey and subduing prey, struggling prey such as birds, so it can sort of subdue them easily, but not so good at envenomating you in its defence. Norma's tucking into her supper, eating with all the finesse of a hedgehog, very noisy, and to the backdrop of a whining German short-haired pointer who really feels that Norma should be her plaything, and gets quite stressed out that the hedgehog's not out to play right now. All be quiet. Norma's a little bit pommy, as we've said in previous vlogs, but come on, you know, you just look at that stupid face, you just can't not fall in love with it, can you? Norma! I'm not another hedgehog after your body. You tuck in there. Another weekend rolled round. I'm up at the Fulcrum Centre today, feeding birds and maintenance. It's usually on a Friday for me, and then Jackie and I will be up here tomorrow sorting out the back room for the works Christmas party. So when you're watching this, we'll all be full up and probably drunk. Of course, those that are driving. And unlike Boris's Christmas parties, every single one of us is going to do a lateral flow test before we're allowed in. Joe's going to be the bouncer. So, you know, precautions needed, because when you're looking after a team of animals, of course, if you're all off sick, regardless of the health consequences to yourself, if you're all off sick with the virus, it's a specialist job. You can't just get someone in to feed all the birds and look after them. So really importantly, the whole team doesn't go down with anything from a tummy bug to COVID really, or to the flu. So tomorrow, busy day, tidy up. Jackie's going to do the back room. She's going to make it a bit festive. To be honest, the years go around so fast. I can't believe it's like just a few days, a couple of weeks from Christmas. It's absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the vlog. So any of you that watched the previous channel, and maybe you still do, Raptor Exotics Falconry, which at the moment is ground to a halt, hence why this brand new channel is being launched, you'll notice these mews here, where Wurzel and some other of the birds are kept when they're put away for the evening. The backdrop is a disgraceful looking roof. Now ironically, the roof actually does its job perfectly well. But of course, when you are open to the public, it's about looks as well as functionality, of course. People look at this, and I'm sure some of you have on the vlogs, and even on the news and Anglia News and the BBC News and other things that we've been filmed for the last couple of years, you probably would have looked at this and thought, those poor birds, look at the awful conditions. Well, of course, it's nothing to do with the conditions. The roof is doing its job, but it does look dire, and it is Jackie's absolute pet hate at the Falconry Centre, and has been for the last 3 years. So finally, thanks to Tommy, we've acquired a whole new set of lovely green box section steel roofing sheets. So sometime during January and February, when we're completely shut, that's going to be one of our big jobs, is getting that roof off and getting a brand new roof on there, looking smashing. Now Mr. Mole is rampaging through the centre at the moment. He's going to have to stop. Threatened on these vlogs. I've threatened him, hoping he watches all his mates do. He can go back. He's got all of that. I don't know how much there, half an acre maybe, I have no idea. There's an awful lot of room over there. Don't mind him over there, don't mind him anywhere except in the centre of the Falconry Centre. So I'm a poet. So traps are now aging, because brand new metal traps, a mole touches them with its nose. It's got an amazing sense of smell and touch. Tend to age them in a bucket of pond water for a couple of weeks, just to take that sort of new metal smell off them. And a couple of traps are going to have to go in there and sort him out. He's being warned, and he is listening, but he's choosing to ignore the advice. Do one, Molly, or you're else. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I say this all the time, but that's what sort of keeps us going. So please subscribe. About now there's about 100 subscribers, you guys already, on this tiny beginnings of an embryonic channel, so really appreciate that. It's just been going a couple of weeks, and already we're sort of around 100 subscribers. So everyone else, please subscribe. It's cold. Please hit the bell notification so you know when the next video is, and watch it if you can. By all means, comment. A bit more feedback is always appreciated. Another weekend already, my goodness. Check out the other videos, and we'll see you very soon.